When you grow old, why someone is always on your mind. As we grow older, we often find that certain people occupy our thoughts more than ever. It could be an old friend, a lost love, a family member, or even someone you barely knew. Their presence in your mind may feel random or even unsettling, but let me assure you, it's not. This phenomenon holds deeper meaning, one that reveals as much about you as them. Let's take a reflective journey to uncover why certain individuals linger in your thoughts and what this can teach you about yourself, your emotions, and your journey through life. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. 1. The mind's endless echo. As we age, life becomes a vast collection of memories, emotions, and experiences woven together, creating a rich tapestry of moments both joyous and bittersweet. Some of these moments are anchored to people, individuals who touched our lives in ways both profound and subtle. When these people linger in our thoughts, seemingly uninvited, it's not a coincidence. Their presence is an echo, reverberating through the chambers of your mind, carrying messages from the heart of your lived experience. Think of your mind as a vast ocean, and the people who persist in your thoughts as waves rising to the surface. These waves are not random. They are stirred by unseen currents deep within. Each time you think of them, it is a reflection of something meaningful, a question unanswered, a love unfulfilled, or even a truth about yourself that you have yet to confront. This is not just a fleeting distraction. It's an invitation to explore the deeper currents of your inner world. In the quiet moments of aging, as the pace of life slows, these recurring thoughts become louder, more vivid. Perhaps it's an old friend whose laugh you can still hear, or a family member whose words of wisdom echo in your mind. Maybe it's someone who caused you pain, yet their presence remains, as if urging you to revisit and heal a wound you thought you had forgotten. These thoughts are not nuisances. They are a form of guidance, pointing to areas of your soul that seek attention, resolution, or simply acknowledgement. When you find yourself thinking about someone repeatedly, it's worth pausing to ask, why now? What about this person at this moment in your life feels so significant? Often these thoughts are not about them as much as they are about you, about the parts of your heart and mind they awaken. It could be the longing for the courage they embodied, the regret for a connection lost, or the gratitude for a kindness they once showed. Each thought carries a piece of your own story, waiting to be revisited, understood, and cherished. Allow these thoughts to guide you, not overwhelm you. Reflect on what they bring to light, memories, emotions, or unresolved feelings, and recognize their role in shaping the person you've become. Aging is not just about moving forward. It's also about looking back, gathering the wisdom that only a lifetime can provide. The people who occupy your mind are part of that wisdom, reminding you of the richness of your journey and the importance of embracing every part of it, even the parts that feel unfinished. In the end, the mind's echoes are not just reminders of others. They are reflections of your own depth, resilience, and humanity. By listening to these echoes with compassion and curiosity, you can uncover the lessons they hold and find a deeper sense of peace with both your past and your present. 2. The mirror of memory. As we journey through life, the people we encounter are like mirrors, reflecting back parts of ourselves we might not always see or understand. When someone stays in your thoughts, it is often because they hold up a mirror to something deep within you, an emotion, a longing, or even a truth you've avoided. These reflections are not accidental. They are a profound way for your mind to show you what needs attention, healing, or acknowledgement. Think about the individuals who cross your mind repeatedly. Perhaps they were someone whose kindness inspired you or whose strength you admired. They may embody qualities you hold dear or even wish you had embraced more fully in your own life. Their presence in your thoughts is a gentle nudge, reminding you of your own values, aspirations, or potential. These are not just memories of who they are reflections of who you are or who you could be. But not all reflections are easy to face. Sometimes the people who linger in your mind are those who challenged you, hurt you, or brought out emotions you'd rather forget. This, too, is a form of reflection. They may represent traits or feelings you've struggled to accept within yourself, perhaps fears, insecurities, or regrets that still linger beneath the surface. Their presence is not meant to haunt you, but to encourage you to see the full picture of yourself, even the parts that feel uncomfortable or unresolved. It's a humbling thought. The people who irritate or unsettle us can teach us as much, if not more, than those we admire. Their qualities, behaviors, or choices may reveal hidden aspects of our own character. For instance, if you find yourself frustrated by someone's arrogance, could it be that you've struggled with confidence yourself? Or if you feel envious of someone's adventurous spirit, is it a sign that you've longed to take more risks in life? These reflections, while difficult, offer opportunities for growth and self understanding. Aging gives us the unique gift of perspective. With time, we can look at these mirrors more clearly, with less judgment and more curiosity. The people who stay in our thoughts, whether as cherished memories or unresolved tensions, are like guideposts pointing the way toward deeper self awareness. They remind us of the values we've upheld, the lessons we've learned, and the parts of ourselves still waiting to be embraced. When you think of someone, ask yourself, what do they reflect about me? Are they showing me a strength I admire, a vulnerability I need to address, or a path I've yet to take? Instead of dwelling on why they occupy your mind, focus on what their presence reveals about your own inner world. These reflections are not just about the past. They are a way for your mind to guide you toward the person you are continually becoming. The mirror of memory is a powerful tool, one that helps us see not only others, but ourselves more clearly. By embracing these reflections with openness and humility, you can uncover deeper truths about your life, your choices, and the person you've grown to be. It's not always easy to face these mirrors, but in doing so, you give yourself the chance to grow, heal, and live with greater wisdom and peace. 3. Unfinished business. As the years pass, the tapestry of our lives becomes richer, but it also reveals threads left undone. The people who persist in your thoughts often represent those loose threads, conversations unspoken, emotions unresolved, or moments of connection that ended too soon. These lingering thoughts are not accidents. They are the echoes of unfinished business, calling you to bring closure, understanding, or even forgiveness to the stories that shaped your life. When someone from your past comes to mind again and again, it may be a sign that their role in your life wasn't fully completed. Perhaps they were a friend who drifted away, leaving behind the bittersweet ache of shared memories. Maybe they were a partner whose departure still carries unanswered questions. Or they might be a family member with whom the words, "I'm sorry" or "I forgive you" were never exchanged. These recurring thoughts are your heart's way of saying, there is something here that still matters. Aging gives us the clarity to revisit these moments with greater wisdom. When you think of someone who feels like unfinished business, it's not a burden, it's an invitation. It's an opportunity to reflect on what they brought into your life and what was left unresolved. Was it gratitude unspoken, a wound unhealed, or perhaps a realization that their presence taught you something you didn't fully understand at the time? Closure doesn't always require their physical presence. Sometimes, the most meaningful resolutions happen within ourselves. Writing a letter you never send, for instance, can help you put into words the feelings you've carried for years. Whether it's an apology, a thank you, or an expression of love, giving those emotions a voice can bring immense peace. Other times, it might mean forgiving someone, not for their sake, but for your own. Forgiveness, after all, is not about erasing the past, but about freeing yourself from its weight. There are also times when unfinished business is less about what was said or done and more about what was left unsaid or undone. Regrets often linger in the form of what ifs. What if you'd taken a chance, fought harder for the relationship, or been more vulnerable? These thoughts can feel heavy, but they also hold a quiet wisdom. They remind you of the roads not taken and give you the chance to embrace the present with greater intention. Instead of dwelling on missed opportunities, let these memories inspire you to make different choices today, to be braver, more open, and more true to yourself. Sometimes, the unfinished business we feel is with someone who is no longer with us. A parent, spouse, sibling, or friend who has passed away may occupy your thoughts, not because you're clinging to the past, but because their impact on your life is eternal. In these cases, honoring their memory can be a powerful way to bring peace to your heart. Share their stories, cherish their lessons, and carry their love forward in the way you live your life. Unfinished business is not a burden. It's a sign of how deeply you have loved, learned, and lived. The people who remain in your thoughts are reminders of the richness of your life and the connections that have shaped you. By giving attention to these thoughts, you can bring closure to old chapters, deepen your understanding of yourself, and make space for the joy and clarity that comes with resolution. Life is not a perfect story tied up with neat endings. It is a patchwork of moments, some complete, others left open. Embrace those open threads as opportunities, not failures. They are your chance to weave a more thoughtful, compassionate, and whole version of your life's tapestry. And in doing so, you can find peace not just with your past, but with the person you have become. 4. The influence of longing and loss. As the years pass, we come to understand that life is as much about holding on as it is about letting go. The people who linger in our thoughts, those we have loved, lost, or longed for, are not merely memories. They are imprints on our hearts, reminders of the depth of our connections and the inevitable presence of loss that accompanies a life well lived. Longing and loss are intertwined in a delicate balance. To long for someone is to remember the warmth they brought into your life, the shared moments that seemed to suspend time, and the comfort of knowing they were there. But loss often follows closely behind as we grapple with the reality that time changes everything. People drift away, relationships evolve, and some, sadly, are taken from us too soon. Their absence creates a space that cannot easily be filled, and yet their presence in your thoughts keeps them alive in ways that defy time and distance. When you find yourself thinking of someone you've lost, whether to the passage of time or the finality of death, it is a reflection of the love and meaning they brought to your life. It is not a sign of weakness or an inability to move on, but a testament to the fact that they mattered and still do. Their memory lingers not to haunt you, but to remind you of the beauty of the connection you shared. Love, after all, does not vanish with absence. It transforms, becoming a quiet presence in the background of your life. Yet, longing is not always rooted in loss. Sometimes it stems from the roads not taken, the possibilities that were left unexplored. You may find yourself thinking of a person who represented an unfulfilled dream or a version of life you didn't choose. These thoughts can stir feelings of curiosity, regret, or even yearning. They are not there to torment you, but to remind you of the richness of life's complexity, the choices you've made, and the ones you left behind. These moments of longing hold lessons, inviting you to reflect on what truly matters to you and how you can embrace the present with renewed intention. As we grow older, the weight of loss and longing becomes a natural part of our emotional landscape. The absence of loved ones can feel sharper, and the memories of times past can evoke both joy and sorrow. But within this duality lies a profound truth. The people who remain in your thoughts are not gone. They are woven into the fabric of your being. They influence how you see the world, how you love, and how you live. To honor these thoughts, embrace them with compassion and gratitude. Speak their names aloud, share their stories, and celebrate the ways they have shaped you. Whether through a quiet moment of reflection, a conversation with a loved one, or an act of kindness done in their memory, you keep their spirit alive. In doing so, you transform longing into a bridge between the past and the present, allowing their influence to continue guiding you forward. Longing and loss are not enemies to be conquered. They are companions on the journey of life. They remind you of your capacity to love deeply, to feel profoundly, and to carry the essence of others within you. By embracing these emotions with grace and acceptance, you allow them to enrich your understanding of yourself and your place in the world. And in those moments when the ache feels too strong, remember this. The pain of missing someone is a reflection of how deeply they touched your soul. It is a reminder that your life has been filled with connections so meaningful that they transcend time, loss, and even longing itself. 5. The role of aging and wisdom. Aging brings with it a rare and profound gift, the clarity of wisdom. As the years accumulate, so do the experiences, lessons, and truths that shape our understanding of life. Yet, this wisdom often emerges from reflection, from the ability to pause and revisit the people, moments, and emotions that remain with us. When someone stays in your thoughts, it may be because they are a part of the tapestry of wisdom you've been weaving throughout your life. In the quiet moments of growing older, when the noise of daily responsibilities fades, the mind turns inward. It seeks to make sense of the life you've lived and the choices you've made. Those who appear in your thoughts are not random. They are guides pointing to the questions that matter most. What did I learn from them? What did they teach me about love, patience, courage, or forgiveness? These reflections are not just about them. They are about the person you've become because of them. The people who linger in your thoughts are often those who have left the deepest impressions. Perhaps they were a source of great joy or a lesson learned through hardship. Either way, their presence in your mind is an opportunity to revisit the wisdom they brought into your life. Maybe they remind you of the importance of kindness, the value of resilience, or the need to let go of grudges. These moments of reflection can inspire you to carry those lessons forward, sharing them with others and embodying the values they represent. Wisdom also comes from recognizing what is unresolved. Aging allows you to see your life with a kind of honesty that eludes the young. You can acknowledge regrets, missed opportunities, or mistakes without judgment, using them as stepping stones to deeper understanding. When someone stays on your mind, they may represent an area of your life that still needs attention, a chance to forgive, to reconcile, or simply to understand yourself better. The beauty of aging is that it invites you to move beyond surface level living and into the depths of meaning. The people in your thoughts are not there to distract you, but to enrich your journey, reminding you of the interconnectedness of your experiences and the wisdom you carry because of them. Embrace these reflections as treasures and allow them to guide you in making your remaining years even more meaningful and fulfilling. 6. Practical ways to find peace and clarity. As we age, the thoughts that occupy our minds, especially those about certain people or moments, often carry a weight that feels both familiar and unresolved. These thoughts are not just random,
They are messages from within, calling us to find peace and clarity. Instead of letting these recurring thoughts burden you, view them as opportunities to deepen your understanding of yourself and your journey. Here are ways to transform these reflections into meaningful growth and inner peace. The first step is to acknowledge the emotions that arise. When someone occupies your thoughts, pay close attention to how they make you feel. Are you filled with joy, longing, regret, or perhaps frustration? Recognizing these emotions without judgment is the starting point for clarity. Each feeling holds a clue, revealing what this person represents in your life, whether it's a moment of happiness you cherish, an unresolved conflict, or a quality they embody that resonates deeply with you. Once you've identified your emotions, take time to explore the deeper meaning behind them. Ask yourself, why does this person or memory persist? What do they reflect about my life, my choices, or my desires? Often, the people who stay in our thoughts symbolize something unfinished, a conversation left unsaid, a forgiveness unoffered, or a quality you wish to nurture within yourself. Reflecting on these questions can provide profound insight into what your mind and heart are trying to communicate. Writing can be a powerful tool for clarity. Consider journaling your thoughts and emotions about the person or memory. Write as if you were speaking directly to them, expressing everything you wish you could say. Whether it's gratitude, apology, or closure, putting these words onto paper allows you to release what you've been holding inside. Even if the letter is never sent, the act of writing can bring a sense of relief and understanding. Another path to peace is through action rooted in reflection. If the person is still part of your life, consider reaching out to them. A simple conversation can bring closure, heal old wounds, or strengthen a connection. If they are no longer present, honor their memory by doing something meaningful, whether it's lighting a candle, visiting a place that reminds you of them, or carrying forward a lesson they taught you. Action turns reflection into transformation, allowing you to move forward with a lighter heart. Equally important is learning to release what no longer serves you. Not all thoughts need to be resolved through action or analysis. Some simply need to be let go. If a memory or emotion feels too heavy, practice letting it pass without clinging to it. Meditation, mindfulness, or even deep breathing can help you create space between your thoughts and your identity, allowing you to let go of what weighs you down while keeping the lessons they've offered. Finally, embrace the idea that peace and clarity are ongoing processes, not destinations. Life is an ever-unfolding journey, and the people and memories that linger in your mind are part of that unfolding. Each thought is an opportunity to grow, to understand, and to bring greater meaning to your life. By approaching these moments with openness and curiosity, you can turn recurring thoughts into stepping stones toward a more peaceful and fulfilled state of being. In seeking clarity, remember that it's not about erasing the past or silencing your thoughts. It's about transforming them into sources of wisdom and strength. Through reflection, action, and letting go, you can find peace, not only with the people who stay in your mind, but also with yourself, your choices, and the beautiful complexity of your life's journey. 7. A deeper perspective, synchronicity and meaning. Life is filled with moments that seem to defy explanation. Those instances when the threads of thought and reality intertwine in ways that feel too perfect to be mere coincidence. You might think it of someone only for their name to appear in a conversation moments later, or you stumble upon an old photograph that seems to carry the exact message your heart needed. These occurrences, often dismissed as chance, hold a much deeper meaning. They are reminders that life's tapestry is intricately woven, connecting the seen and the unseen, the conscious and the mysterious. Synchronicity, these meaningful coincidences, often appears when we least expect it, nudging us toward reflection and insight. As we grow older, these moments seem to hold even greater significance, perhaps because we've developed the wisdom to notice them. They remind us of the delicate balance between the inner and outer worlds, the thoughts we carry within, and the events that unfold around us. When someone is constantly in your thoughts and synchronicities follow, it's as though life itself is urging you to pay attention, not to them necessarily, but to what they represent, what they stir within you, and what lessons remain unlearned. These moments of connection are not random. They often arise from the deep reservoir of your emotions and memories, reflecting a part of your story that needs revisiting. Perhaps they signal unfinished business, unresolved emotions, or even a longing to reconnect with a forgotten part of yourself. When you encounter synchronicity, it's not simply a fluke. It's an invitation to pause, to reflect, and to consider what your heart and mind are trying to show you. For many, synchronicity carries a spiritual quality, a sense that the universe is speaking in whispers, guiding us towards something we may not yet fully understand. These events remind us that life is not a collection of isolated moments, but a continuous flow, where thoughts, actions, and intentions ripple outward in ways we cannot always predict. When someone occupies your thoughts and the world seems to echo their presence, it is not just about them. It is about the meaning they bring to your journey and the ways their memory or influence continues to shape your path. As we age, synchronicity can feel like a confirmation that our lives have meaning, even in the quietest or most uncertain moments. It might come in the form of a memory sparked by a song, a sudden urge to revisit an old photograph, or a random encounter that feels almost predestined. These moments reassure us that the people who linger in our thoughts are not forgotten. They are part of the fabric of our lives, their presence a gentle reminder of the connections that have shaped us. But synchronicity is not just about looking backward. It is also about looking forward. These meaningful coincidences can inspire action, helping us make sense of where we are and guiding us toward where we need to go. They urge us to trust in the unseen, to believe that our thoughts, emotions, and intentions have the power to create ripples in the world around us. They remind us that our lives are not random. They are filled with purpose, and every connection, every thought is part of a greater whole. When synchronicity occurs, take it as a gift. Let it remind you that life is not just a series of random events, but a deeply interconnected journey. Allow these moments to deepen your understanding of yourself and your relationships, and to guide you in living with greater awareness and intention. The people who linger in your thoughts and the synchronicities that follow are not distractions. They are threads in the fabric of your life, reminding you that even in the smallest moments, there is meaning waiting to be uncovered.
Conclusion: embracing the echoes of the mind. As we grow older, the thoughts that linger in our minds, the people who occupy our hearts, and the moments that resurface are not burdens to bear, but gifts to unwrap. These echoes are reminders of the depth and richness of a life fully lived. They are invitations to reflect on the connections that have shaped us, the lessons that have guided us, and the truths that continue to unfold within us. When someone remains in your thoughts, it is rarely just about them. It is about you. It is about the love you gave, the lessons you learned, and the ways they touched your soul. These recurring thoughts are not nuisances. They are guideposts pointing you toward greater understanding, healing, and growth. They remind you that the past is not something to escape, but something to honor, for it holds the roots of who you are today. Aging is not merely the passage of time. It is the deepening of wisdom, the embracing of both joy and sorrow, and the weaving of meaning into the tapestry of your life. The people, memories, and emotions that stay with you are threads of that tapestry, enriching its texture and adding to its beauty. They are not there to weigh you down, but to lift you up, to remind you of your capacity for love, forgiveness, and transformation. In the quiet moments, when your mind drifts to the past, allow yourself the grace to explore these thoughts with curiosity and compassion. Reflect on the lessons they hold, the emotions they stir, and the wisdom they offer. And as you do, remember that these reflections are not a sign of being stuck, but of being alive, fully, deeply, and profoundly. The people who linger in your thoughts are gifts of memory and meaning, keys to understanding yourself more deeply. Embrace them, learn from them, and let them guide you toward greater peace and fulfillment. Because in the end, it is not just about them. It is about the person you've become because of them and the journey of growth that continues as long as you have breath to reflect, love, and live. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.